I'm Dave Kaiser from CCX Media. Thanks for joining us for the special update from the City of Brooklyn Center. We are joined today by Commander Garett Flesland. He is with the Brooklyn Center Police Department, and we have a number of topics to touch on. And in fact, he has so much information, we're going to do two parts. This is part one today. Commander, thanks for joining us. How are you doing today?
Good, Dave. Thanks for taking some time to talk to me today.
Our pleasure. Our topic today is to talk about community safety related to COVID-19 and some trends and tips that the police see happening. And Garett, we want to begin by talking about domestic abuse. What are you seeing? What are some tips you can pass along to residents in Brooklyn Center?
Sure. Not too long ago, several of us within the police department heard some rumors going around our community about various domestic abuse related services being stopped as part of the stay-at-home orders and the kind of shutting down of the normal business. What I'd really like to do is let everyone know that those resources have not been shut down. The services have not stopped. Our city, City of Brooklyn Center, we partner and work with Cornerstone as an advocacy group. Our officers are continuing to make referrals to Cornerstone. They're continuing to help victims and potential victims with the wide variety of resources that we've always had. So those resources haven't stopped, although my understanding is sometimes the interaction between the Cornerstone advocates and our victims has changed a little bit, trying to do a little bit more online, trying to do a little bit more from a distance, but the help is still out there. And we have gotten a couple of questions about, hey, have we seen a spike in domestic related incidents as people are staying at home more? I had our crime analyst pull some numbers, and so far year to date, so January 1st through, I guess it was May 14th, my numbers are, our domestic related calls for service are up approximately 19% compared with 2019. So up a little bit. Our domestic, or our arrest rates are up about 7% for domestic, so we're seeing a little uptick, but not anything I would say is crazy that we have to alter the way we're doing things. But really want to make sure everyone knows the resources are still out there and available.
Very important for people to know. Trend number two that you're seeing relates to COVID-19 testing scams. Give us a little update on what you're seeing there and some tips for people to know about.
Well, we've been trying to reach out to see what else is happening around the state, around the country, and we're watching the news as things continue to evolve and develop on an almost hourly basis. One thing we have not seen in Brooklyn Center, at least not yet, is some fake COVID testing or fraudulent scam centers. We've heard about it in other places of the country, so we've been trying to stay alert to that. And from our research, it looks like some of these fraudulent sites look very real. They set up tents in parking lots. They have people in hazmat-looking gear. They're running tests. But from our research, it doesn't look like these are accurate or legitimate. So our advice is, if you think you need to be tested, if you think you have symptoms, please go through your normal healthcare providers, because there are legitimate sites that are setting up, including tents in parking lots. So these fake ones we're seeing in other places of the country can look very real, but just make sure you're going through your normal healthcare providers. They're going to be able to steer you in the right direction, get you to the real sites where they're doing real testing, they're using the proper protocols, and so it can be done as safely as possible.
And there's a lot of information going on in all of these areas that's changing on a regular basis. So we encourage people to go to the city's website, cityofbrooklyn.org, to stay up to date. And the commander also notes that the city's Facebook page for the police department is very active as well, so you can get some updates there. Final point, Commander, we want to talk about is just some general patience and respect during this time. Pass along some thoughts that I think are going to be helpful for everyone.
This is a whole new area for everyone, not just in Brooklyn Center, but nationwide. If you look within Minnesota, the governor's executive orders are changing now a little bit with the stay-at-home portion ending. Now we have that Safe Minnesota portion coming out. Businesses are going to start opening up. I really would like to ask for everyone's patience as we as a community come up with what our new normal is going to be. There's a lot of recommendations and guidance from the state officials, federal officials, local officials, CDC and such, but there's also a little bit of flexibility for each business as they open back up. So I really would like to ask everyone's patience as these businesses are trying to re-engage, get back to know the community and such. Some businesses may ask that everyone inside wear a face mask. You know, that's the way they want to conduct business, and I would say, well, let's do that. Let's support that. Another business may limit people to maybe 5 or 6 in the store at a time, and if you're number 7, patiently wait outside until you're invited in. As we continue to evolve and work to this new normal, I think if we can all take a little bit of pause, a little bit of patience, a little bit of self-respect or mutual respect, we're going to get through this as safely as possible, as smoothly as possible, and really kind of get back to business.
Some great points there. Again, if you want more information on some of those links that the commander's mentioning to find out the latest information, cityofbrooklyn.org, or again, real local information there, and also at the police department's Facebook page. Commander, thank you very much for your time today, and I know we're going to talk to you again in a week or so with some more updates, and always appreciate the information from Brooklyn Center Police. Thank you very much, and have a great day.
Thanks, Dave. You too.
Learn more about the connection at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.